All right, here's our new player in for compLexity. It is compLexity.Ryze. He's been with the team actually a really, really long time. Before any of those Root guys came over.
Yeah, he was part of the Nova crew.
Yeah, Nova back in the day. That was like Christmas, I believe around Christmas 2010. That's when compLexity first added on all these guys. Ryze and Ryan, I think, are the only ones still remaining from that group. Ryan is still on the team as well. I wish he would start playing some more, but he's actually doing a lot of stuff with college, and I believe he's traveling, studying abroad this semester. But either way, he's got to face FXO.Choya. That's kind of a big mission here for Ryze. Ryze has had some good performances at MLGs and the like, but Choya is kind of in that super good tier of Korean players. So maybe Ryze will be able to show off his stuff here. We'll see what Choya has in mind for his Zerg opponent as well. Yeah,
Ryze seems to be one of those players who consistently gets between losers round 6 and losers round 9 at almost every single MLG. Never really, getting out really quickly, but just can't quite break through to get into the champ rack and get to those like top 20 finishes yet. House environment would definitely help him a lot, and I really hope to see if he improves, with the rest of the compLexity players over the next few months.
Yeah, I actually just want to visit the house because it looks like a lot of fun.
Jeez, yeah, that house looks amazing. Boats in the backyard
and I've actually had the good luck to actually be able to visit a couple of different team houses, or at least houses where multiple players were living. So I got to visit Cats, Druby, TT1, Kiwi Kaki, and Phoenix when they were all playing in Florida last year. And then I got to visit Idra and Machine at their previous house before the EG Mansion, where they practiced all the time. They were just like sitting back to back in a little room, basically playing all day long. And then of course the Rain House that I actually live at now was a lot of fun as well, seeing everybody get to play and going over there and visiting and playing poker and stuff like that. So Team House, really cool environment. I want to go see the compLexity one sometime.
All right, so far it looks pretty standard overall. We had Nexus first and then Forge, and we had a 15 hatch from Ryze. Nothing out of the ordinary, nothing crazy. Both relatively safe on this map in the current metagame. And I'd expect Choya, as soon as he scouts it, which he just did, to probably try to go up to a third base relatively quickly.
Really? Choya going for a third base?
Or excuse me, Ryze going to a third base relatively quickly. Kind of juxtaposed them there.
Yeah, that's okay. They do have their real names on this one, though, so we shouldn't get as confused as we did in the first couple of games. But either way, Choya, he didn't panic too much in the second game, and really just all he had to do was warp in along the way, and ended up taking that win. He does have 2 assimilators coming up.
That's pretty early for double gas when you're just Forged expanding.
He could be going up for Stargate pretty quick. It's not too terrible of a plan.
Yeah.
Getting some Phoenixes out, trying to destroy all the Overlords that are kind of just floating over his base now, buying himself that map vision on his own side of the map, clearing away Ryze's own units.
Ryze up to 400 minerals now. I really don't know what... I would assume he was going to expand, but that seemed really late. He was floating around 300, 400 for about 20 seconds, and I was waiting for the expansion to go down. Guess he just needed the Lings out to kind of ward off that probe to get it down. But yeah, 3 hatch, fairly standard. He'll try to get up to about 70, 80 drones as fast as possible, while being mindful of the fact that Choya could, do a 6-gate or 7-gate or something like that. So he's going to have to at least have really good scouting in order to make that goal, kind of like the game of drones that Sheth is known for.
I think actually Ryze ended up saving that many minerals because his Overlord was just about to pop out. He started a wave of 5 drones all at once as that one was walking over to make a hatchery, but he did block himself a little bit. He is actually blocked again right now and has to make 2 Overlords to compensate for that. But the third base is on the way, as you said. Choya on the other side does have his wall off completed, and we'll be able to see now that he's actually going for that Twilight.
Yeah, so this could be Blink. I wouldn't expect Dark Templar, though it's certainly a possibility. And he did hide this Twilight fairly well, too, because Ryze's Overlord is not in position to see that. It's all the way over there. Oh, wow. That's good intuition if he actually manages to get all the way over there. There's a sentry out, but I don't know if the sentry can kill it. We'll see if this is going to be some kind of a 2-base Blink pressure, or if it is going to be something weird like DTs.
I think it's most likely going to be Blink. We'll see how far this Overlord actually gets. The second sentry is going to pop out now, and be really perhaps close. Get him dead.
Oh, he does see it.
Very nice.
So expect, he already is building a Roach Warden, but I would expect to see a lot of units pop out in about a minute, and probably some defensive Spine Crawlers too, although he is supply locked, and he might lose another Overlord. Oh, wow.
Dark Shrine.
It is Dark Shrine, so he didn't see Dark Shrine. He's going to lair, though, so we actually will have Overseers before the Dark Templar can do any good. That's pretty good intuition by Ryze there.
Well, I mean, it's just kind of a safety check, right?
Oh, wow, and Evolution Chamber, too.
Even if you're thinking, oh, he's probably just going to blink on me, of course, that Dark Shrine is a possibility now, so I'll go ahead and go to Lair now, just so it doesn't become a problem. Obviously, the Evo Chamber is coming up as well, so that he can start to build Spore Crawlers if he really is that worried. I mean, they're just precautions. You know, you can build a Lair in an Evo Chamber and still never build an Overseer or a Spore Crawler, but of course, he is going to have that option to quickly fix itself if DTs do suddenly show up. But Ryze does have really good map coverage right now. He's running lings all over the place, getting good vision on the bottom half of the map. He's starting his macro hatch now. As that lair gets finished up, we'll be able to see exactly what he's got planned to try and deal with this this new information. Is he actually going to get over to the Dark Shrine? If he does, that's just going to be so easy for him to actually start planting spores and Overseers, but he's not actually going to get over there. That one Stalker did manage to scare him.
He did put one. He's building one Overseer now, so he will be safe. Looks like 4 gateways up for Choya now.
So close.
Yeah, just out of reach. So he's probably going to make a few DTs, do some pressure, and then expand. He's saving a lot of minerals as well, up to 700. So this is just kind of a DT expand. Faith was one of the players that used to do this almost every single game because it actually is relatively safe against Zerg to go DT expand because they can't really put that much pressure on you.
That's true. They've always got to be wary of their now 3 hatches for Ryze while all these DTs are a possibility. Is this just an Overlord train? Yeah, I was like, what is this string of units? The drones like stopped running halfway, but oh, the Overseer in really good position. The DTs would have to actually walk through this area, so that's great positioning. You can probably move it over to the Destructible Rocks just in case he's worried about that as well. It looks like he did poke the front a little bit with some lings, but I don't guess too much actually happened with that. So Ryze really just testing the front, making sure he knows what's going on. These DTs are just going to stay hidden for the time being. I think I did see a 3rd DT. Oh, he's actually going to hang on to that.
It's always smart to do that because they can't retake it unless they actually put an Overseer over there. And a lot of times they'll just kind of miss the fact that it was a DT.
Good timing from Ryze, seeing everything.
Yeah, so we see the 3rd now. Now it's going to be Ryze. Does he want to try to take this to a longer macro game, or does he want to just try to put some pressure on now to slow down Choya's economy? Oh, wow. And there's
he took the Overseer with him,
There's no other Overseer. He could, oh, wow. He could lose a lot of drones here. Oh, those are going to die on so quickly. And he's sending the other one into the natural as well. And Choya's going to have to make 2 additional Overseers in order to do this, or bring his Overseer and his whole army back, which is what he's doing now.
Yep, Ryze is going to have to make some Overseers. Choya is fine without any.
Wow,
he's just going to keep slaughtering.
So many drones. 6 on that DT. I think it was 4 on the other. Oh, 6 on that one as well. So he's already taken down 14 workers.
And he's just going to keep going.
2 Dark Templar. Oh, wow. Now he's going into the main as well. No Spore Crawler.
Ouch. So Ryze actually, even though he got all this information, did all those little checks to be able to deal with this, he is actually going to end up losing a ton of drones still. 13.
Overall, 13 on that one and 6. Oh, wow. Even more on the other.
Oh, 27 total kills.
Wow.
Yeah, that's 26
workers for 2 Dark Templar.
Very, very nice for Choya, obviously.
Getting some good money out of those.
Yeah, and now he does tons of warp gates. Obviously, did have that Twilight Council earlier to research Blink, so he's going to be good to go with that as well. No robotics facility that I've seen yet to actually get any observers on the field to help blink around, but if these armies do engage, then of course Choya will be able to blink back constantly. We do have, I don't think
he has Overlord transporting.
Did he get drop?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay.
So it is going to be a drop in the main. However, Choya has Blink already.
Yep, he's already in there.
And he's already in there. Oh, this could be really bad for Ryze if he doesn't see this quickly enough. And there's a DT going to his 3rd while this is going on. Kills the Overseer immediately. And he's going to lose so many Overlords. And 3 Overlords immediately. Blink. Oh, wow. He's going to lose 5 Overlords. Now the stuff is finally going to pile out, but I think Choya actually is enough where this isn't going to be an issue anymore.
And you can see this DT has arrived. Ryze is trying to split up, but obviously there's another big force of gateway units there prepared for that. He brought only his Blink Stalkers over here and left the rest of his forces over at his 3rd base, actually predicting that Ryze would actually do this. So great, great troop movements there from Choya, also with a 7-kill DT, still racking up some of those worker kills. He is actually, going to be careful with his Stalkers, not try to take on too much at once. There are some burrowed units here, and like I said, I didn't see a robotics facility at all yet until just now getting started there. There's a cannon with some detection, but not really close enough to those roaches, so they're going to have to stay there basically the whole game until that robotics facility and observer get finished, so he might as well just, I don't know, try to kill some probes or something.
Looks like he has a DT actually trying to kill the 3rd base right now, and there's no Overseer yet. He's not making one either. Oh, there it was
one.
one. Okay. But I think Choya, now you can see the supply counts. Choya is now up by 16 supply, and when they started that, he was down by about 40 supply, I believe. So huge swing there, and now that Choya has 3 base on a better economy than Ryze does, he could just, you know, try to do a push, do some damage. Wow, I didn't realize it was that big an advantage. 70 to 44 at this point. So he could really do a lot of damage now. Yeah, 32 workers. That's pretty significant. And Ryze obviously he's just building roaches now. It looks like Ryze just going to all in at this point, rather than try to remake all that economy.
Well, he's got some drones building. He's building an infestation pit now as well. Obviously, he's a little bit, you know, dismayed that his workers all died, but he is actually going to try and replace them. He does have the overlords coming in again. I'm not sure if he's going to stage up for another drop or if he's just kind of faking it.
I think it's just a posturing move just to try to get Choya to stay in his bail. Wow,
he's blocked again.
Yeah, but he's when you do overlord drop, you have to kind of use some of them as drop ships, quote unquote, and some of them as actual overlords for food, because when you lose, and again.
That's going to block him for so long. Ryze is not going to keep up with this. Oh, wow, and he brings
them back. Yeah, this is too much.
Look at all these units.
Great force fields by Choya. Oh, wow, that donut there, and he has observers now. Ryze does not realize that all of those roaches are going to die. He's ignoring the rest of them.
Well, his observer left, actually, to go ahead and chase the rest, but there he is, actually. But he's so far supply blocked. 56 is his cap for supply.
98
he's not going to be able to rebuild anything.
Now 48.
Yep.
Choya's, that 4th is obviously going to go down, but there's no way that Ryze is going to be able to kill this army for quite some time, because this is it. He can't build anything else.
That's right. +3 weapons actually are going to be finishing for Choya here soon as well. Just a lot of small errors for Ryze, forcing the GG there, and Choya takes a 2nd game for FXO.
That was